Few figures in modern music have sparked as much debate, admiration, and controversy as XXXTentacion. From his meteoric rise in the SoundCloud rap scene to his tragic death at just 20 years old, XXXTentacion's story is a whirlwind of success, scandal, and self-reflection. He was a generational talent, a polarizing personality, and a man whose life was cut short before he could fully reconcile with his demons. What's up, Insomniacs? Jake from Sleepless Records here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the tragic downfall of XXXTentacion. Before we jump into the video, hit that subscribe button and join the Sleepless Society today. And now, without further ado, let's jump into the video. José Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, better known as XXXTentacion, was born on January 23, 1998, in Plantation, Florida. His upbringing was far from idyllic. Raised primarily by his grandmother, José's early life was marked by instability and frequent brushes with violence. He spent much of his childhood shuttling between different homes, struggling to find a stable footing. Onfroy's relationship with his mother was complicated. She had him at a young age and struggled to provide a consistent home life. Despite these difficulties, she played a pivotal role in exposing José to music, introducing him to genres like nu metal and rap, which would later shape his sound. His troubled youth translated into behavioral issues. José was expelled from middle school for violent behavior and spent time in juvenile detention for armed robbery and assault. These experiences would later manifest in his music, adding layers of authenticity to his raw, emotional lyrics. It was in juvenile detention that José met Stokely Goulbourne, known as Ski Mask the Slump God. This meeting would spark a friendship that not only led to the formation of the members-only collective, but also laid the foundation for XXXTentacion's music career. In 2013, José adopted the moniker XXXTentacion, a name that he described as reflecting the unknown and the rawness of human emotion. His early tracks, uploaded to SoundCloud, quickly garnered attention for their unpolished, aggressive sound and deeply confessional lyrics. The SoundCloud era of rap was in full swing, and XXXTentacion as a leader of this burgeoning movement. Tracks like Vice City and News Flock showcased his versatility, blending elements of punk, metal, and lo-fi hip-hop. However, it was the release of Look at Me in 2015 that truly catapulted XXXTentacion to prominence. The track, with its distorted bass and chaotic energy, became a viral hit, signaling the arrival of a new wave of rap that rejected traditional conventions. The song was later accused of influencing Drake's track KMT, a controversy that only fueled XXXTentacion's notoriety. José also built a loyal fan base through his raw, unscripted interactions on social media. He was unapologetically himself, sometimes to a fault. His charisma and vulnerability drew fans in, making them feel like they were a part of his journey. With the success of Look at Me, X quickly became one of the most talked about artists in the rap scene. His debut album, 17, 2017, marked a stark departure from the chaotic energy of his earlier work. The album delved into themes of depression, heartbreak, and existential dread, resonating with a generation grappling with mental health struggles. Tracks like Jocelyn Flores and Revenge showcased a softer, more introspective side of José. However, alongside his artistic rise, XXXTentacion's personal life was plagued by controversy. In 2016, he was arrested on charges of aggravated battery against his then-girlfriend, Geneva Ayala. The details of the case were harrowing, painting a picture of physical and emotional abuse. The court proceedings became a focal point of XXXTentacion's narrative. While some fans rallied behind him, believing in his claims of innocence or redemption, others were horrified and distanced themselves from his music. The allegations led to widespread boycotts and calls for his music to be removed from streaming platforms. XXXTentacion's response to the backlash was complex. At times, he seemed remorseful, using his platform to address themes of personal growth and change. At other moments, he lashed out, using social media to vent his frustrations and accuse others of hypocrisy. Despite, or perhaps because of, the controversy, his second album, 2018, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart. Featuring hits like Sad and Changes, The album cemented XXXTentacion's status as a global superstar. But as his career soared, his personal life continued to unravel. XXXTentacion's music resonated with millions, but his actions and legal battles made him one of the most divisive figures in music. To his supporters, he was a voice for the voiceless, a young man who openly discussed his mental health struggles and inspired others to confront their own demons. To his detractors, he was emblematic of a troubling trend in celebrity culture, where talent often excused reprehensible behavior. The Me Too era had heightened awareness of abuse, and XXXTentacion became a flashpoint in discussions about separating art from the artist. Yasé's attempts at redemption were often overshadowed by his past. He launched initiatives aimed at helping the underprivileged, including charity events and donations. He spoke publicly about wanting to change and grow, but these efforts couldn't fully erase the scars left by his actions. On June 18, 2018, XXXTentacion's life came to a tragic end. He was shot and killed in a robbery outside a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida. The news of his death sent shockwaves through the music world, sparking an outpouring of grief from fans and fellow artists alike. In the weeks following his death, tributes poured in, highlighting the impact he had on a generation of listeners. His posthumous releases, including the albums Skins, 2018, and Bad Vibes Forever, 2019, showcased the depth of his artistry, but also left fans wondering what could have been if he'd had more time. The circumstances of his death reignited conversations about the violence that often surrounds young artists, particularly in the rap scene. XXXTentacion's murder, like those of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls before him, underscored the dangers of fame and the fragility of life. In the years since his death, XXXTentacion's legacy remains a topic of fierce debate. Some celebrate his music as transformative, a blueprint for a new generation of artists like Juice WRLD and Lil Peep. Others continue to wrestle with the moral implications of supporting an artist with such a troubled past. Documentaries and biographies have attempted to capture the complexity of Yasé's life, but no narrative fully encapsulates the contradictions of his character. He was a man who preached positivity and growth, yet struggled to live up to those ideals. His mother, Cleopatra Bernard, has played a significant role in preserving his legacy, curating posthumous releases and managing his estate. While some fans appreciate the continued celebration of his work, others feel uneasy about the commercialization of his image. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives. Until next time, good night.